right, happy Monday, Marvel Legends fans. We are with you for another Hasbro Pulse Fan First Monday edition. We are the Marvel Legends Big Three, Alien, Android, and Wizard. I'm really trying to force this as a thing in all of our communications. But as always, I am Ryan from marketing, joined by Dan, also in marketing, and the man in the middle, leading up Legends design, Dwight. And so just a couple of quick things before we get started. This is live broadcasting, and so Dan's internet signal is having a couple of glitches, and so we're not going to be able to hear him. But we wanted to keep the team together because this is the Marvel Legends Big Three. So Dan's still going to be on screen observing and reacting, but he just won't be able to talk as much as we wanted him to. So maybe check him out on Twitter, and then you'll get his thoughts on Legends and a whole host of other topics there. But one more note too, we have an action-packed agenda. We've got some MCU movie, we've got Disney Plus streaming, and we've got some comic goodies at the end, some future teases for those comic Legends fans. Just as a warning, if you have been really busy with work or life over the past week and you haven't seen the Shang-Chi trailer, or you haven't yet finished the Falcon and the Winter Soldier season on Disney Plus, just a warning up front, there will be minor spoilers. We're not going deep on anything, but we are showing some characters in different looks that have showed up throughout the last episodes, and talking a little bit about our speculation from some of the Shang-Chi marketing. So if you would rather preserve your knowledge of all of those things, maybe skip ahead 30 minutes to the end where we talk about our comic teases. So fair warnings before we jump ahead into the agenda. So first up, let's talk Shang-Chi. Now this wave, as we all know, is available now. It's in stores, it's online. Go get it if you haven't already. But when we first preview the two comic figures of this wave, we didn't show where they were going. We now know it is in this Mr. Hyde Build-A-Figure wave. And of course, for the Shang-Chi film, we've got 4 movie characters, all of whom were prominently featured in the trailer. Can't wait for this film to come out. Look forward to more of the same. So let's take a look at some of the figures, and Dwight can maybe talk us through, what he enjoyed most about designing these. So first up, let's start with the man himself, Shang-Chi. He comes with a very interesting accessory that appears to me to be all new, right, Dwight?
Yeah, this entire figure is all new. Shang-Chi comes with his bow staff, which you saw in the trailer, and he will have multiple hands for different types of action poses. So by the end of this film, you guys should never need to buy any more action figure hands at all. I mean, we got piles of hands, so we got lots and lots of these things for all of our different characters in this film. So you can get him in some really sweet poses, as you can see there. The costume is awesome, beautiful red and black. It looks so cool, and I think this figure will look awesome in your collection. And just one more amazing piece of the Marvel universe being opened up to us now with the Shang-Chi universe.
Yeah, those training montage scenes in the trailer when he was like a little boy and learning those skills, that was pretty sweet. And then for those younger fans out there, the kids team developed this really fun electronic bow staff item. Speaking of the importance to that weapon, so definitely go get that as well. So the next character that has been, I think, teased throughout the Marvel universe, going back to Iron Man 1 and the Ten Rings organization. But we're going to look at Shang-Chi's father here, Wenwu. He has a really cool looking sword as well, which is all new.
Yeah, along with the an all new sculpt for Wenwu and multiple hands, like we just discussed. He will also come with this really cool looking like tech hook sword. So it's I don't know. It's every character in this film will have some new weapons, and hook swords are absolutely one of the coolest things I've ever. I actually got a set. I got my set here. So Wenwu's got his like modern tech ones. I've got my more ancient ones. Don't ask me why I have these, but I do. And oh, that's a good sound, isn't it? Metal clinking. What a great sound. So yeah, his are probably a little bit more badass than mine, but I'm just saying, don't play with those things unless you've been properly trained, boys and girls, because there's like every part of that weapon is dangerous. There's pointy things all over it, and you don't need to put holes in yourself or your walls.
Dwight is bringing the heat with the props today already, 2 for 2. I'm excited for what else is to come. And those hook swords, while great, not official Marvel Legends products, folks. So just to make that clear.
No.
But yeah, so that Wenwu figure looks awesome. There's a kid role play 10 Rings blaster too. You saw those things on his arms. We don't really know too much about it. It was in like 2 seconds of the trailer, kind of glowing and doing something. So I guess we'll see what they do. So the next movie character we're going to look at is Xialing. So this is Shang-Chi's sister, I believe, in the story, and an all new figure here with a interesting looking little rope kind of weapon there, right, Dwight?
Yeah, she's got a dart whip, and also multiple poses, fully articulated. She has single elbows, but they do go past 90 degrees. I got her here, and you can see this is the elbow at 90, and it goes, it bends nicely past that. So she's a really cool figure. Beautiful detailing on the white and black scribe work across the top of her chest. It's all the costumes, are really they're just beautiful. I mean, across this whole universe. So I think they're going to look amazing, and it was really cool to translate them into plastic form. And I'm really proud of them, and hopefully you guys are enjoying adding them to your collection.
And then the last figure here, a very colorful looking character in the trailer. So this is Death Dealer, of course, dealing some death
Yep.
there and throwing some little knives. We have an alternate hand set up.
Yeah, he's got some alternate hands. He's got a hand posed out ready to throw. He's got a throwing hand. This guy's got lots of he likes his knives. Maybe he's a fan of Loki or something. I don't know, but he's got lots of knives. He's got knives on his back. He's got knives in his hands, and a really, really cool iconic mask that I think definitely will read as his for all of the years to come as a very unique and pretty badass looking character. There's his knives on his back. He's got this little like cross knives on his back. So pretty cool stuff.
All right, so those are the 4 movie characters, and then we also wanted to focus on the new Build-A-Figure in this comic base. This is Mr. Hyde. He's got some really interesting things going on in the head sculpt and hands, I think. So Dwight, quickly take them through this.
Yeah, he's built off of that Mr. Fix-It body size. So if you don't have him in hand just yet, that gives you an idea for the scale of this figure. And he comes with his cane. I'm gonna beat you down stick. He's got hairy, gross backsides of his hands painted. He's got really busted, gross fingernails and a really, really cool creeped out eyes with his little bowler cap. So he's got his underbite fangs. There you go. You can see a really good picture of him there. He's got like some seriously bloodshot eyes. This guy needs some eye drops real bad to get himself back, to go in his proper formal wear that you see him rocking with his bow tie and stuff. So a long overdue character in classic form. Ready for you guys to know, this is mixing classic with movie, of course, but that just to show you the scale of the figure. So it's pretty big guy.
Yeah, and that cane I noticed is significantly longer than the Kingpin, like diamond cane. So it's cool that he has this really, big accessory to whip around there. So there you have Mr. Hyde. He culminates the 6-figure Build-A-Figure wave. There was one bonus movie Shang-Chi item as well, which I think is already out there, but wanted to cover it off as well. This is Marvel's Katie, as seen in the Shang-Chi film, played by Awkwafina, of course. And she comes with. I'll just kick it over to you, Dwight. What do you want to tell them about this one?
Yeah, Katie comes with some cool. She's got a short bow. She's got a quiver. The bow and the arrow stack, as well as the single arrow, can all fit into the quiver on her back. The backpack slings over her shoulder. She has the alternate hands for bow holding or for punching, and she comes with a really cool mystical creature that I'm sure we'll all find out a lot more about when the movie hits this fall.
That is definitely an interesting looking creature, to say the least, but that comes with the Katie figure. Yeah. So those are all available out now. This.
Oh, sorry. You can keep talking. I just got the little guy with his wings and stuff. He's pretty cool.
No, show it off. You have a little creature joining you there too.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is
one of the 2 loud ones.
If you guys hear on the stream, those are Dwight's little pups. Cool. So that is the Shang-Chi recap. Now we wanted to shift gears a little bit and talk Disney Plus. Now, this is something that Dan and I and Dwight have been waiting for a very long time to talk with you guys about, and just a little bit of a peek behind the curtain. For those of you who have seen the season finale of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, at this point, you probably should have. It's already Monday, but to pull in a quote from that, when we started thinking about the marketing and the reveals and the pre-orders for Disney Plus for this year, the quote is, "Things are about to get weird." And the reason for that is the way these Disney Plus shows have been released. As a viewer, I personally love it because it's 6 or 8 episodes released every Friday. It gives you something to look forward to. It's something manageable. It helps in the fan discourse and speculation of it, as opposed to the old model where you would drop 12 episodes on one day and there's all this pressure to rush through it. I love Daredevil, but when you're dropping 13 episodes of a Daredevil season, I couldn't keep up. So that's just a way to say that basically with this staggered release of episodes and multiple shows, we couldn't just show you all the Legends figures when we wanted to. We had to do the slow rollout. So that's why we've been working with Marvel on the Marvel must-haves. For instance, right, the White Vision figure and the Scarlet Witch figure, they didn't appear until towards the end of the season. I think that Scarlet Witch costume was like in the last 10 minutes of the show, right? So as much as we would love to, as soon as everyone is seeing these new characters on Disney Plus to come out with our Legends, we do need to hold it a little bit closer to the vest so that the appropriate marketing can come out and tie into that. So just wanted to kind of clear that up as you continue to see more Disney Plus content and new characters being introduced and new looks. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to most of them eventually, just not the Friday it comes out in a lot of cases. So with that said, let's jump into a quick little recap of a character that was important for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. This is John F. Walker, Captain America. And just a reminder that this awesome item from our team, including the packaging team, is still up for pre-order on Walmart. This was such a fun item to do. It looks exactly like in that opening, I believe it was the opening moments of episode 2 when they're introducing John Walker on the football field with the big celebration. He autographs one of those in-package toys. And so we really translated that to the total offering. It's an amazing figure. I love the Wyatt Russell likeness there. And so that's just a really cool item. Go out and get it. I have one here, and it's really fun. It's something different. It's not our traditional Legends box, but it's exactly like what you see inspired by the television show. So there you have your John F. Walker Captain America. Another item that we're going to continue to plug, it's been super important throughout the show, is of course the new Captain America shield. And this is that shield that Steve Rogers gave to Sam Wilson at the end of Endgame, and it's become a very important theme and item throughout the show. So this is the new Disney Plus Falcon and Winter Soldier Captain America shield with all new sculpting in the star and the silver ring you see there. Dan and I have them. It is available everywhere you get your Marvel Legends premium roleplay items, including the Hasbro Pulse. So go out and get that. Throw it around in your backyard if you want. Set up some of those pads on
Mine
the trees.
doesn't match.
You can try. Dwight, that's an old metal one that Dwight has. Not the new one. But yeah, mate, Dwight, we'll hook you up. We'll get you a new one. How about that?
I hope so, because now I look like the idiot here with the wrong shield. I have 3 shields. This shield's wrong. Those shields are wrong. I'm just failing all across. I just got myself an F-.
You brought the T-shirt though, so that made up for it today.
Yeah.
The Captain America T-shirt. All right. So with that, let's talk about some new Falcon and the Winter Soldier items that all the Legends fans are sure to embrace. Of course, I'm talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier Monopoly, the world's favorite family board game. Of course, this is a new item that is coming out, should be available for pre-order later today. And seriously, I worked on the Monopoly brand for several years, so I love Monopoly. Go out and get this one. You see all the core characters there: Zemo, Sharon Carter, Carly, coming to you and the family in a Monopoly game. Okay, so let's move on to the Legends now. Finally, I can feel the chat getting irritated with me, just wasting time. But let's go into the Disney Plus Legends. These are some of the figures you've already seen, but we're going to take a quick look at them. First up, let's start with Wanda in her Scarlet Witch attire there. This has been out. This is a super awesome figure. I really love the likeness, Dwight, here. I think you guys nailed it with the crown and everything. how was it working on a brand new Elizabeth Olsen figure?
Oh, it's always cool to see to get to revisit characters with new looks, and I think this is the first time she's had like this is the first time she's been called the Scarlet Witch, so it makes sense that this is the first time she has a very a more comic inspired look. So it was awesome to take a crack at it. She's got some cool alternate hex power glowy hands and magic effects, and they can pop off and have the more traditional hands. The likeness is really spot on. She's got the cool crown and some beautiful red flowing hair. So it was awesome to revisit her. And obviously with her, you got to have Vision, right?
Vision is up here.
Yeah, go ahead, Ryan.
No, I was just going to say this was a special holdback too. In terms of a surprise for everyone, bringing something into the comics. So I believe the cape is new here. Is that right, Dwight?
Yeah, he's got a new cape. He's got a new likeness, a real kind of cold, deadpan expression on this one, with the Mind Stones obviously missing, and it's replaced by that blue tech that was in the middle of his forehead, and he's got these creepier, kind of whited out eyes. So this costume, we got a couple of rounds of updated reference, and we kept trying to tweak it as best we could as the reference changed, as we got a little bit closer to its reveal date. But he's really cool. The cape is also translucent, like it's kind of phasing, kind of digitized. I think he'll look awesome next to Elizabeth, and there you go, a cool new version for Vision and Wanda.
Yeah, you can take this white Vision and have him battling either of your previous Visions to recreate that scene where they're brawling in the library, I want to say. So that was our WandaVision recap. Let's jump ahead for a second to Loki, which is the next show following Falcon and the Winter Soldier, premiering in June, early June. So this is an all new Tom Hiddleston likeness here. I think a lot of the show is still shrouded in mystery. We know it has to do with alternate realities, but walk them through this new Hiddleston.
Yeah, Tom's got a new short tie. Exciting, right? Short ties. I don't know. It's a weird new universe. Yes, thank you. Appreciate that, dogs. Wonderful animals. Love animals. So Tom here has his cool jacket with his the Time Variance Authority logo on the chest. On the back of him, it says Variant, as you saw in the trailer, and I'm sure all of that will be made clear to us as we dive into Loki coming, mid-June, June 11th, I think, is when that one launches. So more awesome Disney Plus coming to follow up Falcon and the Winter Soldier really soon. And, it's just, another deeper dive into a universe that we don't know a whole lot about outside of Asgard. So super excited to see where they go with the show and where we might go with the action figures. Yeah, there you go.
All right, so that more to come for Loki. Maybe there's more Legends Loki figures coming later this year. Maybe not. We'll find out. So let's go back now to do the full Falcon and Winter Soldier recap. Jumping into a character that was revealed in the Marvel must-have. This is the dancing sensation taking over the world, Baron Zemo, with his little his notebook there. Yep.
Yeah, he's got his little the Winter Soldier book, the activation book. He's got the alternate masked and unmasked heads for him. I think the Daniel likeness is really solid. One of the best ones we've done to date. And there you go. You got to see him with his purple mask, which he got out of the back of one of his cars in that second episode, I think. I think we saw it a couple times, right? So he made a little visit again in the final episode. So it's always cool to see this character, and looking forward to wherever he goes in the continuing universe of the MCU.
Yeah, he's chilling in the raft now after his escapades this season. So hopefully he's back, because we need to see some more dance moves. That's for sure. Next character up is a new version of Bucky, the Winter Soldier, the White Wolf. He just looks great here with his all new metal arm there, right, Dwight?
Yeah, nice new Wakandian black metal and gold accented arm. So a little bit different than the last arm we did for him, which was in the silvers with the red star. This is his new Wakandian arm, which we saw in a couple of key moments throughout this series. He's got his nice blue leather kind of jacket. Once again, the likeness for Sebastian here is really, really strong, and the photoreal process brings it to life for you guys. So I think it's probably the best, most accurate Winter Soldier we've done so far. And he's got the alternate hands for gripping or punching. We know he likes to do both with his arm in this series, so you can do it with your toys.
Punching, fixing boats, he can do it all. And I really like how the stubble came across. Just looking closely at this figure with the photoreal process, it's come along nicely. So that is our Sebastian Stan figure. The next figure in the wave is he was only shown for a minute there, but it is a strong allusion to the comics, and I think we'll see more at some point. This is the U.S. agent. It's the same but black. That was a quote from the episode. Yeah, so this was a fun take on that, and our engineer is a big U.S. agent fan in the comics, so I like to tease him for that.
Yeah, it was cool to take another crack at Wyatt. It was nice to see him shave again and make himself look presentable for the very fat last bit of it, because he was presentable in the very first couple episodes, and then he got kind of the beard that I've got going now. So I think we're going to need to revisit Wyatt at some point in the future and get a little bit more beardy versions of him, because he had some rough patches in the middle of the series, and it showed in his wear and tear. So that's all right. Let's just revisit it. We also didn't know about his homemade shield that he had. So we got some cool extra bits and pieces that we now know that we're missing, and we'll have to try to find a way to bring those out to you as we learn more about where this character goes in future ventures.
All right, and so saving the best for last, of course, it is the new Captain America, Sam Wilson, in his awesome new suit. I think heavily inspired by the comics as well. And we did a version of this years ago, a comic version in a 3-pack. But Dwight, walk them through everything that went into this all new amazing figure.
Yeah, Sam looks amazing in his Captain America red, white, and blue in all of its glory. He comes with a shield with straps that can go up and down his arms to let him carry it. And he is just fully articulated, double elbows, pinless, double knees, pinless, ab crunch. His goggles are translucent. They're kind of a milky, shiny color that you can see if you look through them. You can see that he actually has decoed eyes underneath. Which is a really cool extra detail. And the costume is beautiful, period, right? It just looks really cool, and obviously highly inspired by his looks from the books. And we were super proud to be able to, create Sam here and bring him out in toy form. Now that the episode's revealed, we can reveal it. So it's just cool to get him out there. Cap's back again, but different, but better. He's back.
That should be on the poster. Let's talk to our friends at the studio. Cool. So we're doing something a little different with the Build-A-Figure here. I mean, there was no really like large character in any of these shows to really do. They're all kind of real world type characters, but we wanted to really give fans the full experience of the new Captain America. So Dwight, talk them through just like the Build-A-Figure and how it came to be and why we think it's so cool.
Okay, Wakandian wings, right? I guess that's what we can call him now, since his whole suit came from Wakanda, courtesy of a gift from Bucky. So what we have here is a all-new jetpack with kind of a flight stand that you can attach to Sam and get him kind of hovering right off the ground. And we've got some cool new bells and whistles that we've never done before, or in toy. We have the little mini, you can see Red Wing poking out over his shoulder. Red Wing is on a post that goes onto the backpack. So when he's standing, Red Wing can be facing forward. And when he goes into flying mode, there's a rotation point that you can pivot so that Red Wing can still be flying with Sam going in the direction he is. So this cool little armature that's just on the back. And the wings itself are really cool. They have some articulation points that go up and down for some pivoting. You know, he loves to stab these things into the ground, and they articulate forward and wrap so that if they're on Sam's back, and Sam comes with his standard backpack, and you pop that one off, and you can put on this version here. And once this one's on, then you can kind of have those wings that can pivot forward and go down, up. They can drop down a little bit. So there's a lot of movement in them. Each wing has 3 points, some really cool poses. The red wing alternate, and you guys all know one of the big shticks of this whole series was who will wield the shield. And while Sam's shield has the straps that goes onto his arm, if he beats down John Walker and takes John Walker's shield from the toy, which has the post, there's a post hole in the back of the shield or a backpack, which allows you to plug the shield, John's shield, onto his back, which you saw him flying around with the shield on his back, which was so cool. And I know the last time we did this character in classic form, we didn't have the wings, and that was a big miss for some of you fans. So now we get to make right with an awesome new MCU version of Sam with backpack, with red wing, with shield, and he's just awesome. A great figure. We hope you guys love him, and little flight stand as well.
Yeah, and just having played with this, it's really solid. The way that stand works, you can get him, you can have him just standing straight. You can kind of have him flying like that. When we did the Vulture Build-A-Figure wings in 2017 for the Homecoming wave, those wings were a bit larger, but like the stand was kind of awkward. Like I always had trouble standing it up at my desk. You had to be very still, and he would just get knocked over very easily. This is very sturdy, so easier for display. And of course, big things for the new Captain America in the future. So really glad to have him in all his glory in this wave. So there you have it, the 7-figure 3-show Disney Plus Legends wave. We can take a look at the full lineup here. This will be available for pre-order on the Hasbro Pulse and other retailers starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time later today. Be a little patient if it's not up right away. You guys know how the pre-orders work, but rest assured this will be out there. And then every figure comes with a piece of the Build-A-Figure wings. The Captain America figure comes with the plain backpack and the shields with the straps as Dwight was walking through everything. So there you have it. Thank you guys for your patience on the Disney Plus stuff. We're not done yet. There's more Disney Plus shows coming out that have been announced, and even some maybe that haven't been. But like we are in development for stuff in 22. We have a lot more stuff for 2021 this year. So it's a big year. Continue to enjoy those as we do. So before we get out of here, we did want to throw in some additional teases that you definitely haven't seen before related to comic books, because we're all big comic fans and we continue making comic legends all the time. So the first thing I'm going to queue up here, we'll throw an image up on the screen. This was a character going back now to San Diego Comic-Con in 2018. So way back when Dwight and I and the team were with you all in the conference room there, and we made a really fun 3D video with a Disney song in the background. But this is where we unveiled the modern Hercules, standing very proudly there for the Avengers Endgame, what ended up being the Wave 1 in 2019 for Avengers Endgame. So we had this great Hercules figure, but I know Dwight, Tony, Ben, and the team, who are big comic fans, they wanted really deep down a 6-inch version of the classic, more Olympian kind of version of Hercules. And this one was done many, many years ago in 3 3/4-inch scale in the Marvel Universe line, which was really ahead of its time. We have a shot of that there. So I think the team, right, Dwight, has been eager to get this version in 6-inch.
Yeah, most definitely. We had done a Legends Hercules way back in 2007, I think, and then this modern one, and now we wanted to go revisit a different look from the past. So here's a little peek of a beautiful piece of art that the photo or the painting studio put together for us with a digital render of this character. So this is Hercules, looking amazing. He is awesome. He's got all the right amount of chest hair, shoulder hair, bicep hair, tricep hair, beard. He's a very hairy figure, but he's Hercules, and he can pull it off. We've had hairy back palms on Hyde. We got lot of hair here. We got a whole grooming thing going this year with Legends, which is maybe a little awkward and weird, but we're here now, so we're just gonna go all in.
What an amazing render. That looks so good. Can't wait for it. Thanks to the model shop team for generating those. We will be trying to do more of those types of reveals moving forward. And that figure, yeah, he does come with the golden mace weapon accessory. So that's a new fun piece for him to swing around there. So Hercules will be coming out later this year. How? We're not really saying just yet, but the figure looks amazing, and we think you're going to enjoy it. Moving along to another comic beat. It is the 60th anniversary of the Fantastic Four this year in 2021, as we talked about, as we teased the next HasLab project that is Fantastic Four themed. So continuing just the Fantastic Four celebration this year, let's take a look at Johnny Storm, Human Torch, some of our recent items there. So this was our 2017, I believe, Human Torch figure. This was the first time the four of them came out in a long time. This was a Walgreens exclusive in the U.S. So this is his kind of modern kind of flamed on version. And then last year in 2020, we did in the Super Scroll wave. It was his depowered suit there in the more modern black costumes. So we've got the depowered version. And then in 3 3/4, we just came out with the classic flamed on version with the little black deco lines. I think this is my favorite, probably my favorite figure from wave 1. All right, and one more note here on these Marvel Legends 375. They're actually going to be available on the Hasbro Pulse now, and they will be sold in sealed case packs. So you will guarantee yourselves a minty on card, unpunched set of every single wave. So wave 1, Human Torch here, go get them. All the other waves coming out later this year. Love Retro 375. If you're kind of following the pattern we're setting up here, we haven't really done a depowered classic Johnny Storm in a long, long while. So we are going to show you another awesome render here for a classic Johnny. What's going on here with this figure, Dwight?
Flame on, flame off, flame on, flame off. This is a great look of his classic blue and white costume. So it's an all new color palette. Will there be more? Who knows? I guess time will tell if we'll get to see more of our Fantastic Four friends and their blue and whites. But he comes with hands that are just starting to flame on and some flame effects that you can put around his wrist if you want to give him like the hint of the power within. He's also got his standard white punching gloves. We love that. And it's just I don't know. It's one of my favorite Fantastic Four looks. The classic blue and white has always been top of my list, and it's really cool to visit it here for the first time.
The dogs love the Johnny Storm figure too.
It's his favorite. They're favorites.
They're favorites. So that will be coming out later this year. How? When? Who knows? Stay tuned for more. It's the year of the Fantastic Four. And then the last thing we wanted to get out of here and tease with is a question on the army builders. So this was actually one of the questions submitted during FanFest, and Jackie Jennings, the host, answered it, saying, basically confirming what we've teased all along is, yes, there are more army builders coming. So in addition to your Hydra, AIM, and Hellfire Club army builders there will be more for 2021. And I think Dwight has a little sneak peek in hand to show you. We can take a look at that if he has it ready.
Yeah, just a little pew pew action coming. A little soldier of some sorts with some blasters. So there's a little hint, a little tease.
With a brand new rainbow deco scheme, right?
Yes, right. There's some really unique mold colors there.
So you guys have seen the next troop builder there, and then Jackie said there'll be good guys, bad guys, and maybe space guys. So we wanted to get out of here with one more accessory tease. We know how much you loved accessory teases in the past because they lead to a lot of speculation. I don't know if you can see what I'm pointing to here. So show them what we got here. Let's throw that on screen. What is this new piece?
We've got an amazing new space hair dryer, I think. Grooming 101. Yeah, that's the theme for this year, grooming 101. I mean, if we're going to go grooming 101, we got, space hair dryers. We've got all of the other, things. If you gotta, take care of yourself and you gotta, blow dry that hair, what better way to do it than with that hair dryer? And then, here's another little, what do you guys want to end this with? One more little tease, since we're in this weird body hair grooming theme thing. So
Yeah,
here's
I mean,
one
you
more
started it,
little
so we're
point on it.
locked in here.
Yeah, here we go. This is the hairiest
that?
action figure we've done to date. It's got let's see, it's got trap hair, lat hair, shoulder hair, bicep hair, tricep hair, chest hair, beard hair. So a new really the hairiest of one of my favorite mutants of all times. A little hairy, bare-chested Logan for somewhere down the line. And the hair thing ends here. We're
right.
done with the done. We'll move on to something equally awkward next time.
I was gonna say I look forward to what the next hair beat will be next time. But yeah. So thank you guys for joining us. Thanks for your support. Go out and get the Shang-Chi wave now and pre-order your Disney Plus Build-A-Figure wave. We've got a lot more to come. It's only April. Hard to believe, but stay tuned. Marvel Mondays, Marvel must-haves on Disney Plus, social media. Keep checking on with the Hasbro Pulse. Thank you guys, and we will catch you next time.